jeans and fitted in a white t-shirt. We did it.
Yeah. Leroy.
Delroy.
It's Delroy.
Delroy.
Leroy.
You looking right. You looking all yard and that with your wife beater as well, man.
Come on, you know the vibes. Have to bring a little fashion to the tier
Hey,
3.
Shanice, I'm calling the wife.
Bring your fashion to the Nova.
The way he says it, yeah, I know that's what it's called, but
Yeah, no, it's extra spicy coming out of Lavish's mouth. I don't like it either.
Come on.
This is slow, bro.
What? That's a pause.
Pause. Pause.
Resume. Press play.
Julie, we love it. We love you rocking the TF3 merch.
That's what we call fashions. Fashions right there.
Banks, tell the fans. Banks, you spent some time at St. George's Park. Speaking of merch, what's going on down there? Can you tell us something? Tell us what happened down there.
I can't tell you. I can't reveal too much right now. But we had a lot of fun. Played a couple matches.
You took a picture next to John Terry's thingy, innit?
What? Who?
What? You went there, took a picture next to John Terry's photograph.
I took a picture next to Rooney's photograph. I don't know what you're talking. I took a next to Beckham, next to Rooney. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, because I know you went there. I know you went over there and you lost your heritage.
Nah. I checked in with my heritage.
Did you ask them what they're doing for the movement of Black Lives? Like, did you tell them? Did you ask whoever the first person you saw? Did you say what are they doing for the Black community? As soon as you get to St. George's Park, even if it's a security guard, the first person, can I see what you lot are doing for?
What you lot doing for Black Lives?
You have to start with 2 years later, 2 years on. So 2 years later, what are you lot doing for Black Lives? So you just got to check in, man. You got to hold everyone accountable. Check in. That a lot of tokenism went on back then, sloganism, all that stuff. You got to dispel that. So yeah, you check in.
I've got a Crystal Palace top as well, so I do rep the end.
You ain't got a Palace top.
You don't.
You don't have a Palace top. You don't have a Palace top.
You've never seen that Palace
top. You don't have a Palace top.
You've never seen the Palace top.
You don't have a... You've never seen the Palace top.
You guys have never seen the Palace top.
What's on the back? What's on the back? What's on the back? What's on the back? No, not of this top. The Palace top, you bozo. Can't even reach his back. So he got stopped going gym. Can't even touch his back. That was his shoulder. What's on the back of the Palace top?
That has to be on the back of the Palace top. Just plain, just repping, just blue and...
That's your bugging. Because if you actually got a Palace top, you'd have got something on the back. That's how you got.
You would have got Zaha on the back.
Yeah.
When was Andy Johnson at Palace Banks? All 4 seasons, top goal scorer, man.
Oh. I thought it said Andy Johnson. I thought he said Adam. I said what?
No. That's heritage, man. Got sent down, but you're banging them in, man. You don't need to recognize what we do over here, man. What?
So which one is it?
What?
Where do you? Anyway,
Banks
take Ben Simmons. That's nasty.
That's just nasty. What does that even mean? What does that mean?
That's nasty. Anyway, he got Maya Jammer in it, so hold it. Watch this.
What do you do with a toothpick in your mouth, please?
I don't know where he thinks he's from. He just looks like a pretty crip. Just like a pretty Julie, run the rhythm, man. Please, I beg. Let's get into this.
I haven't done this in ages. Oh my gosh.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Well, you should be in
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Final Third. You have myself, Jules, Lavish, and Banks, and we are back again. I can't lie, I don't know what game week is because I'm actually thrown off, but yeah.
I think we're gonna go game week 6, isn't it? Or 6 or 7?
I saw it's 7. Yeah.
This is technically game week 8, but the Queen means that we missed out on game week 7.
Yeah. Best ball striker to ever grace the Prem after Thierry. Joey Essence, clearly a Chelsea fan. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back.
Think about whether that's verified though. What good ball
Stop
striker?
Interrupting the black woman.
Thank you so much for that. We're gonna start it off with let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal versus Brentford. We're going straight in.
compete with that super team, man. That's a super team right there.
That's the thing, and it shows it's a super team because only lost one game out of 7, and even the game in which we lost, we were quite.
Who did you lose to though?
Huh?
Who did you lose to?
The ref.
Man.
Paul Tierney. We lost to Paul Tierney.
Oh man.
So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, the game, and then we even put in a stormer. So we're still rolling on. It's game by game. It's still first game of the season. Still 0 points everywhere. You just take it game by game.
You tweeted earlier that top of the league, back to top of the league with your little first place medal. You're excited. Well, I don't know.
No. But what did I say? That's not. What did I say?
Not excited.
Huh?
You tweeted, back to the top of the league. Don't know what it's like to not be top of it. Like, just you're excited, bro. You're excited.
No, I'm not excited, but I've been here before.
What? Huh?
I've been here before.
No, you haven't. You haven't.
We've won the league before. We've won the league before.
Last season, he was tweeting Arteta's a donut.
I can't hear you. Say it again. No, say it again. You actually cut out.
It's okay to be excited. It's okay to be excited because I see the way you're tweeting and the energy is different on the TL to how you're.
No, I'm not. Hold on, big fella. I'm not scared of you. Yeah.
Hold
So
on, big fella.
I'm not scared of you. I see what you're trying to do here. You was all breaking up. You was all breaking up before, but now I heard you properly. You're trying to say that I'm trying to run from. I'm not trying to run from this grind. I'm not scared of you. I'm not trying to run from this grind. What do you want me to say?
All right.
I'm just saying, like, talk how you talk on the TL, talking about first place.
We are first place. First place.
Talk your stuff. Don't say 0 games. All of those. Talk your stuff. You're first.
No. But here's the thing: you just keep rolling on. We just keep rolling on. I'm just trying to say we move on to the next game. I think we've got Tottenham at home. 3 points from there. We don't want no draws. We just want to keep smashing teams as we've been doing so far. Do you get what I mean? Judy, sorry, you was gonna say something.
Never me though. Never us. But I hear it.
Sorry, Jules, you was gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say to run through the game.
Oh, okay.
On to game because that's where we're starting until I got really interrupted.
Sorry about him. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say, like, seeing Vieira start his first game, you're like, okay, let's see what the boy's really about because we was all worried about Odegaard, but he seems like a perfect substitute and a perfect tip for tat for Odegaard, and that's for me that was the main talking point for the game itself. Brentford, for some reason, especially as he started last season, for some reason it's been projected to be a big game. But we completely quashed the notion of going to Brentford Community Centre being a big game. It's not a big game. It's not a big game. No, that's what it's called. I think they've got a sponsor now.
No, they got a sponsor now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a big game. So we've completely quashed the notion of making it a tough ground to go to. It's difficult to get 3 points there because a lot of teams struggled getting 3 points there last season. But we were very, very professional in how we dealt with them. They had no real chances. They had no real passages of play on the ball. Our defense was very, very stable. Considering it's like Ivan Toney and Mbeumo, physical presence, getting dominated all around the pitch. All the typical things you hear about Brentford when it goes right. None of that was in motion today at all. And that's because of what we did to them, not because of how badly they played. It was just a good, comfortable win. And I like how we're just steamrolling these small teams. I like how we're steamrolling these small teams because small teams are only small teams when you beat them, but when you lose to them, it's when you lose to them, it's you lost to this team, you lost to that team. But it's like if we beat them, we're supposed to beat them. Do you get? But other teams struggle to beat these teams.
Nathan saying, Ivan Toney, is he talking now? The fool, know your level, son. I mean, you held that in your hearts for a long time. I saw all the Arsenal players come out and tweet that afterwards. Like, I was like,
who did you see? I thought I saw 2 players.
I saw Gabriel tweet it, and then apparently it's a fake account, but apparently
there's only one. I think it's only Gabriel that tweeted it.
No, Julie, let's get him. Let me get him. So you said you saw all the Arsenal players. So who did you see?
I said I saw some Arsenal players.
You said don't say some. You said you saw all the Arsenal players.
No, but even in All or Nothing, Arteta, he reminded you about. I'm saying it's okay. You gotta find motivation somehow. He's been in you lot's heart. You said you want to get it back. There's nothing wrong with that.
Get it back.
I just feel like at what point, this is what I'm gonna ask the rest of the. Secondly, no, before we go into that, Saka's got a rest, man. Like, he's playing, like, he's doing enough, but do you know what the best scenario would be? As wicked as this sounds, is if he has like a little muscle pull for 3 months, misses the World Cup.
Whoa, that's
because he's got to chill.
Street.
Just rest him. Just rest him.
Torn
3 months. November, December, January. He's back.
That's a torn hamstring.
Not at all. But listen, I just feel like
man even say God forbid a 3 month. What's a 3 month?
Bruv, just a little sprain. Because what's it gonna give for Arteta to rest, bro?
I mean, at best, you have to hope that maybe Fabio Vieira can come in and take some of those minutes. But 3 months.
No, I don't think so. I think we could play little man there, little Marquinhos there. He could play a couple halves there. Just rotate. Stop playing Saka more than an hour especially if we're controlling the game. Like, please, man. Because, boy, anyway. And I was gonna say to the rival fans and you, Banks, you can lead this conversation. That's the way I saw that. That's what I said anyway. What, Jules? At what point, do we start saying, okay, the table is like how many played games do we start saying, okay, the table is formed, like, okay, like, we're like, oh, it's 2 games in, it's only 10 games in, it's only 12 games in. What point?
Everyone keeps it to Christmas, though, innit? Like, most of the time.
Is it Christmas? Okay.
Yeah, people usually say, oh, wait till December. I think
that's 17 games then, isn't it? About 17, 18 games.
Yeah.
Then you can start really assessing.
Then that's when it starts forming shape and people start to actually be stagnant. So
okay, Christmas it is then. We'll wait till Christmas, but let's talk. People talk about title charge. Just enjoy it.
No, you're a super team, bro. You're clearly I won't say too much in it, but it's going to be hard to compete.
Thanks. What makes us a super team? All jokes aside, what?
Arteta. He's the factor.
But isn't a super team one that's assembled with loads of big targets?
Mind and the heart combined to give you the energy. Like, after that, what more do you really need?
So how come we became a super team just now if we've had it for 3 years?
No, but it's only now that you have really brought the mind and the heart.
I think you're projecting. Because you're the real super team. You're just a supreme underachievers.
We're the super team.
Yeah.
No. I felt like that when we beat you last week because it was we beat Arsenal. But the way you are doing up teams, you are the team to beat.
You know why you lot are actually technically the super team, and you know why.
Why are we the super team? Why are we the super team?
It's because of the amount of money you've spent. And because of the profile. Wait, please. I didn't interrupt you. Please. I didn't interrupt you.
Let him finish. Let him land.
I'm not gonna let him land on these rubbish points. I'm not letting him land.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. This is.
Thanks, Jules.
This is a unified platform.
I remove everyone. What do we do?
No. This is a unified platform, yeah? If we're just going to talk amongst each other, then it's not going to work. We need to the land.
I said, I was only going to say, Bank, stop trying to, you've done that to black women twice on this platform. We're going to have to remove you from the account.
Damn.
If you keep. So I was saying the only reason why I would say you guys were actually a super team is because of the magnitude of money you spent and the caliber of players you've signed. But that's all I was going to say, because you pulled on Everton and I was like, obviously the caliber of player Everton side compared to you, but you guys we're not allowed to put targets on Man United because you lot are like the royal family of football. But anyway,
but every time we look at United transfers, you'll always say, what good players have we signed? So it's hard to take that in whenever you say, oh, look at the money.
Varane, Sancho. We say Varane, Sancho, Casemiro. No, we say what good players have you signed in terms of when they get to United, they turn bad. But when you sign them, they're good. When you sign Di Maria, best midfielder in the world.
So if they're not playing well at United, how is it a super team?
Because you built a super team, but they're failures.
I don't know, man. It sounded a bit wishy-washy to me.
No,
I don't know.
It's very clear cut. You signed them, but you don't do well with them. It's like raw. But yeah, they say 80 mil, Sancho, 65, but we cannot compete. Well, absolute throwaway. Anyway,
You
Jules.
loan out at 80 million plus. Like you say, you need a backup for Saka. You loaned out at 80 million.
Give us more. Give us more. Go on, Pepe. Give us more.
Sense.
After Pepe, give us more. Give us more. Because you want to hold on to this one example. Give us more. Give us more. Because if we go blow for blow, you lose. If we go blow for blow, you lose.
Complain about squad depth. You got a 50 million pound centre back playing right back just so that your main right back can chill on the bench. I mean,
He's comfy. He's comfy. We paid 50 million pounds because we paid 25 million for a centre back and 25 million for his right back position. So that's what made it 50 million. Let's go.
Depot, I'm sorry. I'm just calling it how I see it. You look like a super team right now. Just hands in the air. We can't compete.
Listen, Green don't look good on you. You are so envious right now.
I'm easy, bro. I'm easy. You got a W against you.
That's all that matters.
All that matters for now. Because when it's 7 games into the season, you don't really need to worry about much. If I link you like 17, 18 games into the season and you're still badding everyone up, then I'll worry. But right now, we're 7 games into the season. Tottenham, who have been woeful, are point behind you. It's easy. It's 7 games into the season. You need to let it develop. You need to let the season land. You lot are playing well, very well. That's why we can't compete with you right now. We have to let
United are Wiley. Perfect example.
Wiley. I'm just calling it how it is, man.
United are Wiley.
I have to give you a different perspective. Banks told us last year that United will win the league and we're the super team. Stop this. Yeah, I put big expectations on United. I'll never stop that. They signed Varane, Ronaldo, all of these lot. You don't get to
Sancho,
get away
not all of these lot. Sancho.
And I said we don't get to get away with not having expectations on you when you sign those players.
And then you went even one further this season.
And we flopped. Well, we went one further. You lot were calling Lisandro Martinez dead.
No, I've not once mentioned that short midget. I've not once mentioned that man.
You did not rate any of our signings this season.
I've not once mentioned that man. I've not once mentioned that man. I said you lot signed. I said you lot signed.
What about Ericsson?
I said you lot signed Casemiro.
Yeah.
And you spent 100 million on Anthony. That's what I've said.
What do you think of Anthony though? What do you actually forget the money? What do you think of Anthony?
I'm so indifferent because I've never seen him play. Honest to God, I've never seen him play. I've actually never seen Anthony play because I thought Neres was still at Ajax. I've never seen him play.
Somebody said I need Kane and Son to show up at the Emirates. Hey, good luck with that.
Oh, Sammy.
Who are ya?
Speaking of Sammy, just jogged my memory, guys. If you haven't watched it, everyone go onto Netflix and watch that Luis Figo documentary. Because Real Madrid and Florentino Perez, shiesty stuff from Real Madrid. But anyway,
Anthony got bought off that 360 NFT. Yeah, no, man. I saw him do a couple of the spinnies in training, man. That's all we need. Just here for the vibes, innit?
Beyblade.
Just here for the vibes.
Go on, Drew. Take us elsewhere. This guy's getting on my tits.
Let's move down to. Let's actually talk about Spurs.
Let's talk about the Spuds.
Let's talk about the Spuds. The game. Let's talk about Son. Because people were talking the most on him. I saw so much propaganda on Twitter yesterday.
Everyone was getting excited. Like 8 games in, no goals, and it was just like,
listen.
Need to pick me up. Just face Leicester.
I don't think. Firstly, we'll get onto Leicester because we want to spend more on Leicester than we do Tottenham this week. I don't think it's fair for people to be saying, "Oh, Son's answered all the critics." Bruv, we're 7 games in. 7 games in, yeah. Or you could say more than 7 because they've played some games in Europe. 7 games in, and he's been atrocious. So the criticism is fair. I feel like this is one of the first times Son's actually been held to his slumps. Son has this slump every season, and he picks up form at the back end when you remember stuff. No one remembers the start of the season, but Son starts like this, or he has these spells. He has these 3-month spells. This is the first time that they've actually dragged him for this. So I don't think anyone was bugging by saying he's been bad or him getting dropped. But he gets a hat-trick against Leicester. It's like, oh, he's still been bad. He's had a good game, but he's been bad this season.
Yeah, Son, I agree, man. Son has not been good, and you're right. Son is like a very patchy forward where they're just going to be, again, just like last season and the seasons before, there's going to be a stretch.
All the seasons.
He's unplayable, but then there's going to be stretch where he's ghosting, and he's not like one of those players where if he's not scoring, he's still impacting the game. Like a lot of the time, if he's not scoring, then he's not really impacting the game. But as I said, like facing Leicester right now is just the perfect place to go if you need some goals. If you need some sort of need to find something.
If you need to pick me up. You know when I clocked it, the game against you lot, they're bad.
Yeah, they're bad still.
They're bad.
And it's just like it feels like everyone's sort of given up at Leicester, man. And it's like the board don't want to sack Rodgers because it's too much money, but the players have kind of outgrown the project and they're not really like hearing it. No, like somebody tweeted the most poignant thing on Twitter. Like I think it said something like, "Once you stop respecting your manager, you need to go find a new job." And that's what it feels like. The Leicester players are on, like they just look at Rodgers and like, "Oh, I've heard this bare times already."
Because if he's telling you to track back or pull out wide, and you just like, shut this guy, bro, shut up.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like right now, and it's just like Leicester need to make the decision sooner rather than later. Like I think they've got Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and somebody else in the next couple.
If they don't get at least 6 points from them games, Leicester could be in a relegation battle 10 games in.
The worst thing is they're winnable games, but does it really do enough for them in the course of a season? Like, is beating Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth going to be enough to convince you, yeah, Rodgers can get these lot back on track? Realistically, they need to just blow it up and just get the project started again.
When I saw got the wind knocked out of their sails is the Fofana thing. You know, we didn't even believe that bluff when Rodgers was coming out saying he's 3 times the player, he costs this much. I'm looking at you like, if they add 5 more mil, he's going. You're not. No one's buying that bluff, and it's just I'm looking at them and I'm thinking they could have really. Everyone's trying to say that the board didn't help and the board didn't invest. Well, look at the players that Rodgers bought. What has he made them better?
I'm gonna bring up the signings.
Has he made? Yeah, thank you. Has he made them better? So people keep saying the board I'm not giving Rodgers money. But why the board are cowards is if you're not going to give him money, get rid of him then.
Even if they wanted to give him money, they couldn't. They're broke. They're strapped until the next year.
Oh, seriously?
They're finished though.
Why?
Like, that's why. I think the way they've spent over the last couple of years meant that if they can spend again next year, but they need to take the way FFP is measured or calculated.
What happened to the Maguire money? What happened to the Chilwell money? Now the Fofana money they can't spend.
Basically, is one of my friends at work was telling me about it, but it's because FFP is calculated over a 3-year period. Basically,
yeah.
They need to not spend this year so that they can average out and it will allow them to spend next year. But yeah, they're strapped this year. That's why they could only basically bring in a replacement centre back for Fofana once that money came in.
And then okay, fair enough. That being said, I'm not trusting Rodgers with a budget again.
Yeah, no, I can't lie.
I'm not trusting Rodgers with a budget again. Samare, what's going on there? Huh?
Samare is just he just didn't adapt to the Premier League at all. Because he looks very good. He looks very good for in flipping in the French league, but where?
Oh, all right, Banks, one of your boys.
What's up? Philip Billing got something for that. I've never seen someone hold me to a name like Lavish would hold me to a name. Man said Philip Billing, that when we did the top 6 video in 2018, best players outside of the top 6, and I mentioned Philip Billing. Man held me to that video from that time. Doesn't matter what Philip Billing's done as a player. He told me to that player since then. All right, let's look at some of the players. Some of the players. We'll go back to.
I just feel obviously he's got Patson Daka, and I think that's probably his best signing. He signed Jose Perez for 30 mil.
We're generally gonna go through Leicester signing since 2019, which is when he had his first summer transfer window. Shout out backroom staff Ricky for bringing this up. It's not just what happens on screen; it happens behind the scenes.
So many moving parts to get the show going, people.
We're just gonna do this as a success or failure. So Yuri Tielemans, success or failure?
Success.
Wesley Fofana, success or failure?
Yeah, okay.
Success? Julie?
Yeah.
Jose Perez?
No.
What happened to him?
He's still there.
Yeah, word. Is he still there?
What?
But he was 30 mil. It was a failure.
30 million, yeah. Failure, that's cool. I'm even gonna write it. I'm gonna keep track.
It's a failure, significant failure. They signed him from Newcastle, and I was thinking this guy's one of the most wasteful players. He's like a better Almiron. He's literally like a more saucy Almiron, and that's not good enough for 30 million, considering you're a Leicester who at that time wasn't really signing anyone. So that's been a failure. Fofana's been a plus because they flipped on him, and he's one of the best prospects. But I don't know how he's going to bounce back from that mad injury he had. Let's see if he
successful failure.
Was Castagna a signing?
He was a signing still.
He as well. He's been one of their fullbacks, Julie, like one of their wing backs. Castagna, I think Belgian. He's been good, but like he had another injury as well. Remember when there was skin on fullbacks, on wing backs? It was like James Justin was, and they brought in Luke Thomas, but so I haven't seen him reach them levels since before he got injured. But I would say he's been a success.
Success, all right, fair enough. Julie,
I don't watch him.
Okay, let's go. Remember when they signed Under, the winger?
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Begins with a C.
Yeah,
Senji's Under.
I remember.
We have to call that a failure, I think. I thought
that was a loan. He went back to Roma.
Yeah, it was a loan. It was a loan.
Yeah, no, it was a failure still. It was a failure. He had them 2 weeks where he'd come on as a super sub.
Yeah.
He did something against you last week.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
James Justin.
That was a signing.
Yeah, that was a signing.
I thought he came from their academy. Okay.
No, Luton.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
That's good.
How much?
He was signed for 6 million.
No, that's good.
Okay, yeah.
Islam Slimani.
Fuck off.
What the hell? I'm gonna put that firmly under failure. That's what it said. Let's take a look. Oh my god, yeah, there's some stinkers over here. Adrian Silva. Oh my god. Yep, I'm just gonna put that as a failure considering he did not make an impact on the Premier League. Remember Gazal.
They signed. Oh no, they didn't. Spell his name.
Ghezzal. Mahrez region.
The Mahrez guy, Richard. Yeah. What's his name?
Rashid.
The skinny one.
Rashid.
Yeah. Nah, Rodgers was bugging. He was the Irish Mahrez, man. Oh nah, he was. Nah. I remember him skinny. He looked like an owl. Nah. Said put him in the no list. You're looking at me like you're not speaking. Write it down.
I'm looking at the other list, fam. I'm looking at the rest of the players.
Did you say Adrian Silva?
Yeah, Adrian Silva.
Nah, as well. But he went and he's batting up other leagues. I don't know with him. So no at Leicester. Come back, speed this up.
1 minute. We've got there's only a couple more to be fair. Samari.
No.
Fair enough. Really, I'm guessing that's a no from you as well.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because when he plays, he's so unsure. Like when he plays, it's like he's playing to prove a point, but the point's not proven by the time you've left the pitch. So he just looks but he's so unsure.
Cool. I'm gonna speed this up. Patson Daka, success or not?
I put him in the. We don't know yet. Yeah, I'll give him that. Just yeah.
I'll give him success. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Vestergaard.
The one from Southampton. He just joined us in January.
Nah, he joined last season.
Oh no, he had a mare. I remember he's coming to replace Soyuncu's. Like, no. He's not been good. He's not been good at Leicester. He's not been good at Leicester.
Ademola Lookman, final one.
Oh my.
Yeah.
No, better days were at Fulham. No.
Failure. Right. Yeah.
Damn.
Was he Dennis Priat?
Oh yeah, Dennis Pratt. Yeah, I didn't even tell you about that.
Another failure. So now add up that list of X's and add up the list of.
There's probably only like 4.
There's like 3 or 4. Yeah. Put Nathan's comment on there. Because I'm not trying to hear this whole boy don't spend you. Because Rodgers come out in every presser like, oh, you know what you got to do, you know, they don't get no more money. Like, nah, big fella. You've had your money. You've had your money. You've
Okay.
had your money. But you've not
We've
spent
had
it well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 signings. And out 14 signings, we calculated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay.
So about 14 rate.
Okay.
It's not the greatest, but again,
9 out. But here's the thing,
well,
though.
not
Even
9, 5 out of 14 was a success. 5 out of 14.
oh, okay. So even that, then the aside signings aside, he mismanages players. I think the way Rodgers managed Iheanacho is despicable.
Yeah, nah.
It's despicable.
He was their best player first half of last season, and
he benched him. That was the first time he's ever played 5 games in a row for him, and look at what he did. And he mismanaged him. Secondly, why Amate? Why is he play like the players in which he has the way he's mismanaged? And Rodgers got it wrong for the last 18 months, and I want some Liverpool fans to come here and back their boy. But yeah, I just think Rodgers got to go. We was close by saying who was first to go, wasn't we, Jules?
Yeah.
And Tuchel. I said it would be Tuchel or Hasenhüttl, but
I said Tuchel first.
yeah, but then I think I said Hasenhüttl. I said Hasenhüttl.
Yeah.
Thanks. Who did you say?
I said who did I say?
Lamps.
I said Lamps.
Yeah.
He's even turning around. But I'm just gonna reiterate what I said last week about Rodgers. I feel like even though we've said all the bad things, I feel like he still does need to get his flowers at Leicester. He did something great in terms of getting them Europa League, won an FA Cup. I don't know. I feel like I'm a one man. Brendan Rodgers.
Big fella. We're not gonna do that.
I gotta be the one to say it. Someone's gotta give him some flowers for his time at Leicester.
But the thing is, though, you're not even remembered for what you've done. You're remembered for how you leave.
Yeah, but I'm sure the Leicester fans will they're still gonna have some warm feelings in their heart for Brendan Rodgers.
It's all of the onus of why they're doing so bad on Rodgers.
No. Some of their players just haven't showed up. Again, and I
feel like you not being able to transition and move from an era away from Vardy is bad management as well. Let's talk about that. But there's so I feel like 75% of the reason they're doing this bad is Rodgers. It's not fresh, and it's not his fault that it's not fresh. It's just you've been there for too long. It's just not fresh. You don't stay in jobs for longer than 4 more years now.
But you got a kick. Yeah, I think that's just the nuts and bolts of it, man. So he's had a good run, but he just got to kick rocks now, man.
He overstayed the cycle. If Rodgers left 12 months ago, it would have been all rosy, and the job prospect would have been different. The job prospect that Graham Potter's getting, they'll be giving him a look in Chelsea.
Yeah.
Not saying he would have got that, but he would have been in that window. Or he could have gone from there. If he left 12 months ago, this is what happens when God says you don't overstay your welcome. The season for everything. People go.
Where did they write that in the Bible? Where the hell did they write that in the Bible?
What verse is that?
What verse do you mean?
What one translation? It's in the message. It's in the message. Use the message translation. Point being is
say that off of?
Stop talking over me. The point being is,
I don't sound like John to me.
It's probably Paul. The point being is, if he left 12 months ago, he would have probably got the Newcastle job. And then going back to one of these comments, you saying he ain't got the money, he would have got the money in the Newcastle Saudi job. He would have got that money. Do you get what I mean? So don't overstay your welcome. Learn from that, people.
They've got a different perspective to mine. Said bottle top 4 twice on the FA
twice.
Cup. Also playing a 36-year-old Vardy in 2022. Revamped that one. Yep. Glass half full versus glass half empty, I guess. Yeah. I'm reading from the Hood Bible. Yeah, nah. He's reading from Lad Bible. That's what he's doing.
This nigga said
That's a good one. Oh.
I've got a stitch. Oh. Right. Go on. Just take us away from here. Nigalations.
Wow.
And them are cooking me that ain't been. No one went church Sunday. I was there.
Finished. We're done with Spurs. Done with Leicester.
Bugs can't keep this up, man. Just the final note. Them playing just about good enough. It can't happen forever, man.
They need to be punished, man.
You don't go do that job.
Oh, we'll see them soon. See them next week.
See you soon.
Oh my!
Speak soon.
Before Sammy, Jesus, it's all about love, baby.
Let's move on to City. Who does City face?
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
All right, we're just going to talk about a player, Grealish. Because talking about City is a bit.
So why would you focus on what is perceived as the negative?
He scored a goal, mate. He scored a.
Right, let's start there. Let's start there.
Like Grealish, and then we move it on to England. You know?
He's so defensive.
Like I didn't even say anything. I just said Grealish, and you've added a negative there.
All right. You want me to go first? Who's going first?
Go on.
You want me to go first? So obviously, there's a lot of first things first. Get Tem in here as well. Send a link to Tem. First things first. I'm starting to get sick and tired of everyone disrespect on my boy Jack Grealish, the king of the West Midlands. Yeah, because you don't captain Villa in the semi-final, in the final of the FA Cup. You don't. You actually don't. Hold on. I said who's going first. You lot.
No, we're not allowing you to spread fake news on this.
All right, just let me finish first. I'm not going to be long. I'll be 30 more seconds. I'm going to be 30 more seconds. I'm not retracting it. Don't let me go first. I said what I said. My point being is to get to where he is, he's bashed his work. So you lot need to get off his back. Yeah. What is he doing? Yeah. What is he not doing that Pep is asking of him? Because at the end of the day, yeah, he's won his Prem. Banks, you said we're going to judge him when we get to the knockout of the Champions League. Is he going to carry them over the hill?
I said that.
And we're not there yet. He scored, and you lot are still ripping Grealish, and you just want to bring a white man down.
Oh, can I go now? Are you done? I just want to make sure from Shem first. You done? Grealish did well to score a goal because he's done something that he doesn't usually do, which is actually attack the front and back post and try and get in the end of some of these crosses, which is a positive. But again, for me, I think him getting 90 minutes against Wolves probably one of the biggest positives he can take, because against Dortmund he got hooked before the hour because it was ineffective and he just didn't make an impact. At least this time he was taking it to Wolves a little bit more, but again, it just felt a bit. Go ahead.
Two quick things. I just want to know when like that whole one season to gel in thing kicks in, because people drew on him last season and it's like, just give him a season to blend in. He's not played at this level before and he still won the Premier League. But I'm going to take everyone back to 2008-2009 season at the Camp Nou. Thierry Henry always tells us the story about how Pep Guardiola's coaching styles and how like you couldn't pass a certain line when he splits the pitch into thirds, yeah? And playing left wing is not easy for Pep Guardiola because he doesn't want you to cross a certain line. I think Grealish is struggling with that right now, and we need to understand, yeah, it takes a while to acclimatize to the way Pep wants you to play. Once he gets that going, and once Pep, because Pep doesn't like ball carriers, let's be honest, he likes tappy football. So Sterling too took a while to adjust to the way Pep plays. So why don't we give that grace period to Jack Grealish? I feel like because he's like a bit glamorous and he does the fashion stuff and he does the Gucci deal, people are proper jealous of this guy, bruv. Do you get what I mean? And you feel like they're like close to him or they see themselves in him because he likes black women. I feel like we just need to chill off on this guy, bruv. But at the end of the day, yeah, if it comes to the knockout stages of the Champions League and he farts, I'll hold my hands up. But I don't think Grealish has done anything wrong so far. Let's talk about your boy. Let's talk about Phil Foden. Foden's been cheeks as well. Foden's been cheeks as well. But you be telling me he's the best youngster in the league. He's never been as good as Bukayo Saka. Never. You know what I mean? He's never risen to the levels of Saka. So, but I'm saying you're quiet on that one. Why aren't you rising it on my man from stock? Why aren't you rising it on him? But every week you're banging it on Grealish's head. You're not even consistent.
First of all, this is literally the tweet. Niggas be 37 and their ops are 17. How are you comparing Grealish, who's entering the prime of his career, to Foden? Please, just find a modicum of shame somewhere in your house. Just look on the floor and find a modicum of shame. Just slap it on yourself. Just cream yourself with some shame. Cream yourself with some shame. And I'm gonna go back to what you said. The fact that you said that I don't think Grealish has been that bad. I agree. He's been all right, and he's done like all right things, but he's not been £100 million. He's not been £100 million player. He hasn't made £100 million impact, and that's just something that we have to agree with so far. Like even in this improved performance here against Wolves, it still felt like, oh, that was nice. Like, yeah, nice. It was nice.
I just don't. Just be
nice,
consistent with all the big money. Be consistent with all the big money signings, yeah. Because another £100 million player winger came to the league this season, and I've got the binoculars out.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
I've got the binoculars out.
Worth £100 million either, so
I've got the binoculars out.
I've got them out with you. You can do some wildlife watching, bro. It's cool.
Okay. Just be consistent. Be consistent.
Be consistent with it.
Because if Grealish did that leg dribble, if Grealish did that little flappy leg dribble, yeah, everyone would be like, "Oh, what's this guy doing? What's this guy doing?" But okay, no problem. I just don't personally. And then you know what's even funny? There was a certain time where all of you little Maddison fanboys was doing Grealish versus Maddison, but we locked off that dance. You locked off that dance, and now you lot of not rising that no more.
That dance is locked off.
It's locked. Madison's bottom of the league. Madison's bottom of the league. Madison's bottom of the league.
Grealish hasn't seen, and he's still the best player at that team.
He's bottom of the league. He's bottom of the league.
Madison in 18 months.
If Grealish goes to Leicester, Grealish should be the best player in the league, in the team.
But
he's bottom of the league, my bro.
Now he goes to City and he looks normal.
Okay. Madison. I don't looking normal at City is fine.
Grealish hasn't seen Madison in 18 months. He hasn't seen him in a long time. Even in Leicester's worst team, Madison's still the player everyone looks at and like, damn, that's the player I want in my team. Nobody's looked at Grealish in the last 18 months and said,
because he plays for City.
That's the player. Nobody's looked at Grealish the way he's played for City and said, yeah, I need that in my team right now. Nobody's looked at him like that. Admit that. But in the last 18 months, people will say that about Madison.
I feel like people only say that when you're scoring, because there was a time in Gundogan's first 3 seasons at Man City, nobody would have said they want Gundogan in their team.
It's not even about the goals with Gundogan either, though. Like it's good that he added.
So them first 2 seasons, you were like, "Oh yeah, Gundogan in my team takes me another." No, you weren't. You didn't care.
No, that's cool.
Until he started doing them third man runs into the box.
The first couple of years, he wasn't playing more the first couple of years
because he wasn't scoring.
You weren't noticing him. Do you think he was playing well the first couple of years?
No.
Okay. Do you think he's played well the last couple of years?
As in year 4.
In year 4.
In year 4, and in his 4th year.
The last 2 years he's been very good.
Yeah.
Last 2 years he's been very good. So what's wrong with making that? What's wrong with making that analysis? He didn't start well. Now he's ended well. What's wrong with making that analysis? Good. I came off the screen. Joker. Absolute joker. Get off the screen. But yeah, no, man. Grealish.
Sorry, my mum was calling me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's good now. My mum was calling me.
I just want everyone to be fair about Grealish. Because again, like you wouldn't waste time in calling for Sancho's head. That's all I'm saying. Like you've always asked me, is Sancho going to show up this season? Again, banging it on the young G's, but you're not willing to call out your older. That's all I'm saying. You're willing to call out the young G's talking about Fodens and the Sanchos, what they're doing, but you're not really ready to talk about Grealish and what he's bringing to the table. I just want you to be fair.
Mad disrespectful saying. This is man. It's just
wait. I said Madison versus Grealish is trash versus garbage. Look, we're not gonna I'm not even gonna entertain that.
Oh my god.
This isn't what we're debating for. We bring up this debate for me to be.
Julie, please round us up, man.
We've got to talk about England, no?
Yeah.
All right.
What, are you stroppy now?
I'm not stroppy. I've proven my point.
No, you proved it. What point did you prove?
All right. So Southgate's England.
I do too bad, to be fair.
Keepers, he's got Dean Henderson, Nick Pope, Aaron Ramsdale. Defenders, he's got Trent, Chilwell, Connor Cody, Dyer, Guehi, Reece James, Harry Maguire, Shaw, Stones, Tomori, Trippier, and Walker. For midfielders, he's got Bellingham, Mount, Phillips, Rice, Ward-Prowse, and his forwards are...
We should have wrote it on the ticker, at the bottom. I just deeped it.
Yeah, I know. His forwards are Abraham, Bowen, Foden, Grealish, Kane, Saka, Sterling, and Tony.
Hey, nah. And then she said, I had about 10 defenders and signed out.
Facts.
That's jokes. Jules, what do you think about the team?
Yeah, why have we got so many defenders?
We
As in the country, obviously. I mean, I'm Congolese.
Hey, no, they gave me an English as we now.
we nigga.
They even gave you fucking goalkeepers. You got everything, man. You might as well go. You might as well add yourself to the goalkeepers. You might as well be one of them.
Grant Denzel, you know.
It's a bit like.
Just read out the team. I'm gonna put on the ticker. Read out the team. I'm gonna
from keepers, yeah.
Yeah.
Henderson, Pope, and Ramsdale.
Mm-hmm. Bloody hell! Go through this
Fred,
again.
Chilwell, Cody, Dyer.
Cody, Chilwell.
Trent, Dyer.
Wow.
Guehi, James, Maguire.
Oh, you lot got to text each other. You don't make me sit through this.
We are. Maguire. Yep.
Shaw, Stones, Tomori.
What up? There.
Fam, there's actually, is it 10?
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Like, what's going on? There used to be a time where you had to actually play well to get picked.
There's still 2 more. Trippier and Walker.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. All right,
okay.
The midfielders in that. All midfielders there.
Bellingham now.
Bells, JWP. Who else?
Phillips, Rice.
Oh my God.
And Ward-Prowse.
Okay. And forwards.
Forwards, Tammy, Bowen.
Well done, Jared Bowen, for getting in there, man. You might as well get it. They're handing it out to everyone. So get yours while you're there.
Foden,
Relax. You're gonna get some.
You're gonna get relax.
Foden.
Grealish.
Can't forget Lavish's boy.
Kane, Saka,
God's child.
Sterling, and Tony. That's a lot of.
So my point. Let me just get mine off because I've just not got that much to say. Look at this clown. Make it tick. Why are you typing like this?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So you wait. So you left a school setup and you just forgot punctuation. You just forgot how things are supposed to look.
Man's typing on the go. Man's trying to
Rammers, Hendel, Popes, Trips, Trent. So you just type properly. Look how you spell. I said chill well.
Where's your commas?
No, you don't understand. I'm trying to type on the go. I don't have time for
JWP.
The CFC family understand me. You understand what I'm trying to do for these look.
Nah, you bugged there.
Maguire Short Stones looks like one name.
Yeah, you out here bugged. You just bugged. But anyway, Banks, talk to us about it. Let me correct it whilst you're talking. Jesus Christ.
I work in a school. I'm just I just want to correct that because it's freaking me out. Damn.
I just don't understand how guys and this is not even a personal preference thing, but a guy like Maddison, when you look at the England performances recently as well, where they've just been so lifeless and toothless in the final third, no pun intended. How can you not include a maverick like James Maddison, where you need players that can create a little bit of something out of nothing? And if I look at their attackers right now, I'm looking at Bowen. Not really happening for me. Foden, good youngster again, but can you really turn to him when you need it? Grealish again, he's gonna go with the flow, but is it enough? Kane, Saka again, a bit out of form. Sterling is gonna be your main man, and then Tony unproven. Again, I don't see how Maddison can't get a look in this sort of setup. I don't see how we can't get a look in at least. People say you can't start. But having that sort of impact sub come off the bench, I don't see how that can help. That can hurt you. How's that going to hurt you? Again, I look at.
You know what? Let's just go straight to Gareth Southgate. Yeah. Because for me, what this screams of is just a coward. Just a coward.
Who do you think? Because again, you're right in terms of he's picked a lot of players, and he's always said you have to be playing and you have to be in form to be picked. And now his favourites are not doing that. He's been pushed up against the wall and is showing that.
That's what I'm saying. He's a coward on two fronts. He's a coward for taking that many centre-backs. and he's also a coward for not dropping his boys.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because you have no right to take some of these, man. You have no right to take some of these, man. And the thing is, at least like flirt with us a little bit. Make it seem like you're not gonna pick some of these, man, and drop them. So at least they too sharpen up and prove that they need to play. They need to play well. Like Maguire, Shaw, some of these are, but you're still picking them. People like Maguire and Shaw, if you drop them, they'll wake up like favoritism's kind of gone out the window. I need to play and put in a little bit of a performance. But the fact that's the thing. If you're still gonna take them because they're a sure bet for you, these are your reliable guys, drop them. Just drop them, because if you know they're still gonna go, drop them, because at least like you keep it boiling. Do you get what I mean? But you've not even disguised it. You've not even tried to do any sort of mind game. You've just been bland, like boiled rice, just bland. Nothing to you. No one bit of mind games. I don't understand how can you be such a coward. And everyone's defense is, yeah, but he's been so good for England. He's been so great for England. Calm down, because yes, he's been good for England, but Harry Maguire being what he was for England was not the reason you got to the final. It's part of it. I'm sure other defenders could fill in that role, respectfully.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say is that a lot of these players have served them well for 2 tournaments now, so he's not giving up on them like that. But again, you're right in the sense. For me, you're right in the sense where some of these lot could do with. He needs to even for future tournaments and future generations, if he's still going to be manager, he needs to know that there's not going to be the sort of boys club mentality where once I've got you, I've got you forever, and you're always going to be in the squad. It's a bit late for me. It's a bit late to be switching up and dropping all of these lot completely. But again, like a lot of them are out of form and not playing, and it's a case where are you gonna rely on these players at the World Cup to just instantly find their form when they haven't been playing week in, week out going into it? Is a very, very, very risky tactic to do. Relying on players that aren't playing week in, week out and saying, okay, I'm gonna drop you in the World Cup and you're gonna show up the same level that you showed up for me before. It's risky. It's risky still.
As for the ticker, you ruined it. So it's yeah.
Don't worry about the ticker no more. Don't worry about the ticker. Just know there's a banner and it's there. It was there. I don't even know how to make it. How do you even make it?
No, you just come off it and you make it tick. But like I edited everything, and then you just make it scroll across the bottom.
No, the option's not there no more. The option is too big.
There.
It's not.
Please.
Make it tick. Make it tick.
There you go.
See what I mean? But look how you wrote the names. Blood is like rap lyrics, man.
Every 5 names you put a comma.
Bruv, every 5, bruv, set 8, bruv. Anyway.
You're welcome. You're welcome for me typing it.
So who would you, just let's round this off like this. Jules, we'll start with you. Julie, who would you take? Oh, who would you start? What would be your starting 11 going into the tournament?
Sorry, I need to look at it here because that thing moving don't make sense.
It's mad. It's crazy.
It moves too quick. I'll start Ramsdale. Trent. James. Oh. Yeah, Trent. Tomori. James.
What are you playing, Julie? What are you playing? What formation? They're playing a 3.
What do they play?
England play a 3, but what would you play?
It's too late to change it now, man.
So you play a 3. So 3. No, 3. 5 at the back, more or less. 2 in front of them, and then what is it? 3 up. What is it, Banks?
5 of these defenders.
It's like 3 up top, 4 in the 4 something like that.
Like 3-4-3.
Up top, I'm taking Saka. I'm taking Saka. I'm taking Sterling.
Yeah.
See, no one else gives me that.
Did you like what? So what have you said so far? I'm cleaning it up. Banks, what did read it out? What Julie said.
Julie said Saka, Sterling up top so far. For the striking roles, you want Kane, Abraham, or Tony.
Kane.
Kane up top.
Mhm.
At the back, who's your free centre back? What free centre back do you want?
I've got 3 now. Trent, James, Tomori.
You want Trent to play centre back, Julie? Move my boy out of centre back. Move. We're not move.
He's barely handling right back right now. Let's not give him. Let's not overload him. Let's
not overload him. Okay, cool. Have I missed someone out?
He's just there to take free kicks and corners. Ask them again, man. Ask them again.
Oh my god. So what is right? So let me see. Let me get through some of these comments. Sorry. Southgate picks at Madrid derby, 8 p.m. kickoff. Oh shit.
This midfield is dry though. This midfield is dry.
Mad dry.
It's dry. What do you mean? What you thought you had more seasoning to work with?
No, because you know you're scrolling for the defenders. I'm thinking, yeah. Then I'm like,
yeah. We got a great team. You know, stuff. Yeah, great.
I did it. You're welcome, Nathan.
It wasn't.
You made me sick.
You're welcome, Nathan.
You make me sick.
We've answered this question already. We've answered this question. We've answered this question.
Bellingham. What's in the middle? 4.
No, 4. No, 2 centre mids, and then 2 wing backs.
Wing backs.
Mount.
I'd
take Mount, man. There's nothing to work with.
Judy, you know what? You know what I noticed with you, Judy? You got your faves, you know.
That is not my fave. Let's not do that. That you never see me back Mount. Let's not do that. Yeah, man.
The midfield you're working with shit and piss. But okay, let me go next, please.
It's awful.
Let me go next. I'm a boy.
I have like none of them.
The back three, I'm taking Trent. Right, okay, no. Ramsdale and goal. The back three, I'm gonna have.
We've been informed. Why are you taking Pickford out? That's old reliable.
No.
Sorry, man. Keep going.
Sorry. In goal, I'm having Ramsdale. Then I'm gonna have Tomori, Stones. I would say for Tomori, Stones, and Guehi. That's the back three for me. For Tomori, Stones, Guehi. Left back, obviously Chilwell. Right back, Trent.
Okay, talk to me about your centre back. Talk to me about your centre back three. Why'd you go that verse?
Where'd I go that verse? I think Stones has been the best this season.
Okay.
Tomori, personal fave. I want to see him in an England shirt because I'm not out here watching Serie A games every other week, but I've heard he's having a great season. And Guehi too has been quite good.
Okay.
Especially last season. But yeah, and the other options is Kyle Walker, who I don't think's been good. Trip. The rest are right backs, and Trent. I ain't got to speak on Trent. You already know what I feel about him. But anyway, then is it 2? Then 4 across the middle. So
who's playing left wing back?
Chilwell.
Okay, cool.
Chilwell play left wing back. Then the 2 in the middle, I have Jude Bellingham and Rice.
You trust Bellingham. You trust Bellingham to.
I'm about Jude Bellingham and Rice because if you're having 3 at the back, one of those centre backs can move into the middle, and if you're having 2 holding midfielders, it's just so bland. It's so bland. So there's not rigid. You're just leaving attacking outlets will be the wing backs and the 3 up top. So Bellingham can make bursting runs from the middle, which is fine. So let Rice sit still and work on his forward passing before the tournament starts. Jude Bellingham can be the ball carrier, and then my 3 up top will be Saka, Sterling, and Kane. That's it. They go like that, and they get to the semis.
That's it.
No, they don't. That's
taking it home for you. Look, we're probably going to do a World Cup show closer, but he's looks favourites right now.
Bro, I think we're going Brazil and France final, you know.
Bring it back to the old days.
Old days, heritage, Brazil-France final. And France will dunk on them.
I think we should wrap up, but before we do, let's take a look at the final third fantasy league.
You're not going to say your team?
No. That's unfair, though, doing the fantasy, because half of the people, not everyone played.
Jules, we don't make the rules.
Sorry.
Look at this lame. Look at this lame trying to run back the years. The time for this guy to win he's the time for him to win his World Cup. Guts are dunked on him.
It's too late, old man. Way
It's
too
too
late.
late, bro. It's too late, bro.
At the top, we've got Finding Neto.
Junior UV.
That's a good name.
Junior to the league.
That's a good name.
He's got 79 points.
Junior
this week.
stole that name from one of his, like, you know, he plays for them Caucasian football teams because they have the best names. So one of his, he stole that from one of those.
His top performer, he captained Kane. A cheeky goal.
He captained Kane.
How the hell did he get? Oh, he's man of the match as well. Captain Kane got 20 points. I think that was his best performer.
Yeah.
Saka, 9 points. Yeah, no, Saliba, 15 points.
Yeah.
It's not a bad day. Not a bad day at the office.
Oh, Saliba, 15 points. That's what he's in my team as well. Fair enough.
All right. Really, take us on.
Thank you guys for watching, listening, wherever you are, all over the world. Make sure you like, comment, your hands sound dry. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will. Is there anything midweek?
Wow, who blocked Junior? Why did Junior get blocked?
For 5 minutes.
Rotten. Junior, what did you do?
Make sure you tune in and have a great show. Have a great week. Everyone have a great week.
What did Junior do?
Great week, everyone. Have a great time.
Yeah.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Wow, you should be in
Just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You're facing charges.